Hello everyone, I'm Valentina Reyes, and today I'm going to talk about the most important moments of my lesson plan called Traditional Foods Around the World. The main purpose of this lesson was to teach English vocabulary while integrating cultural content from different countries. Through this lesson, students learning about traditional foods, practiced pronunciation, and participate in interactive speaking activities. At the beginning of the class, I started with a workbook activity. I asked a student question like, what is your favorite food? And what traditional food do you know? This activity helped students feel comfortable and motivated to participate in English. Some students answered with foods like pizza, tacos, and arepas. This was a very important moment because students started interacting naturally and sharing their ideas with the class. One of the key moments of cultural integration was during the vocabulary presentation. I introduced traditional foods from different countries, such as arepas from Colombia, tacos from Mexico, pizza from Italy, and sushi from Japan. I explained that food is an important part of culture because it represents traditions and identity in each country. Students repeat the vocabulary several times to practice pronunciation and improve their speaking skills. I think this part was very effective because students were learning English and culture at the same time. Another important moment was the firework activity. Students worked together completing sentences such as pizza is from Italy and sushi is from Japan. This activity promoted teamwork, communication, and confidence. Some students were shy at first, but working in pairs helped them then participate more activity. Later, students participate in the cultural food fair activity in groups. They presented a country, its traditional food, and one cultural fact. For example, one group talked about Mexico and tacos, while another group talked about the Japan and sushi. This activity allowed students to connect the language learning with real cultural context and practice speaking in front of others. On stage of the lesson was students' participation. Most students were interested in the topic because food is something familiar and enjoy for everyone. The visual materials and interactive activities also helped maintain students' attention during the lesson. However, there were also some challenges. Some students and difficult pronunciation, certain words, especially unfamiliar vocabulary like traditional and sushi. To solve this problem, I use repetition and pronunciation modeling several times during the lesson. I also encourage students to practice with their classmates before speaking individually. Another challenge was time management because students were very engaged and wanted to participate more during the activities. To address this, I focus on the main objectives and simplify some explains so the lesson called continuous model. Technology also played an important role in the class. I use PowerPoints and slides, images, and a short video to make the lesson more dynamic and visually attractive. The images help students understand vocabulary more easily, especially beginner learners. Technology, I created participation and made the class more interactive and motivating. In conclusion, this teaching experience helped me understand the importance of interesting culture into language learning. Students not only practices English vocabulary and speak skills, but they also learning about traditions for different countries and develop and cultural awareness. Thank you.